So Chris, lithium prices have rebounded strongly since late 2025. What would you say the current sentiment feels like?
Look, it's an interesting market. I think the sentiment is still a bit fragile. I think people react quite quickly still to a lot of news and the volatility, and you only have to see a mine going up or down in China and suddenly that disrupts the supply and demand. But one thing that has not changed is the growth in demand. And the demand, I think, is what's surprising so many people. Every time you look at a new technology in the way lithium is being used, whether that be through automotive, whether that be through stationary batteries, and now we're looking at things like solid state, which will probably unlock even more things, whether that's trucking, whether that's even aerospace. So I think electrification, particularly in Europe, has become a very clear signal that they are electrifying everything that they can. So that only gives you one path of direction for lithium, and that means more lithium moving forward. So yeah, quite bullish, and I think the price will be supportive of that.
What advancements have been made in Europe's domestic lithium production?
Yeah, look, Europe's is still a bit of a bind. I mean, we're fortunate at Vulcan that we will probably be seen as the priority and flagship lithium project. We're also fortunate that we've got this huge endowment. We've got the largest resource in Europe. It's globally significant. Lionheart is only the beginning of that. Europe wants to develop lithium. I think the fact that they're bringing a lot of industrial acts into place, you can see that predominantly with the Green Deal, but more recently with the Industrial Acceleration Act. It's a wonderful act showing how Europe is going to become independent. And they want to have competitiveness, but resilience. And what they will do is that they'll make sure that they will develop the entire supply chain, whether that's the raw material, the cathode, or the battery itself, will be developed and made and fabricated in Europe. So that's a great signal for Vulcan. We'll play a very, very important part in that. But it's great to see that Europe has identified this and recognised it, and now they're putting every resource behind electrifying, but also having that resilience in the supply chain.
So how does the long-term outlook shape up for lithium and renewable energy generation?
Look, I think particularly in Vulcan's case in Europe, we become a bit of a linchpin. We become uniquely setting the pace and the speed of development for Europe, that they want to have this resilience. They've been too dependent on Russia, they've been too dependent on China, and that's got to stop. Now they're going to flip the coin, and you're going to see Asian players moving into Europe, which is actually quite a fantastic signal, because then they'll bring a lot of investment as well. So we're seeing that already. We see that a lot of the major players, whether that's CATL, a lot of the automators, they're moving into Europe. But the Europeans are making sure that they're under their terms, under their conditions, under their rules to build out that supply chain. We believe it's a very buoyant part of the world. It's different in the US in the way that they're working with China. Europe's open to that, but under their conditions, under their rules. So I think Vulcan's got a big part to play in that role, and hopefully you'll see that in the next few months, where we will release a new phase of development. So I think the market will hopefully be pleasantly surprised when they see that.
Chris, thanks for your time.
Pleasure, thank you.